Hello and welcome to my unboxing of the final 6 Smash Bros Amiibo. They have finally released the final 3 characters, doing a Player 1 and Player 2 version of each, leaving us with these 6 final Amiibo for Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta. I will start by giving a close-up look of them within the packaging. Let's start first with both of the Clouds. So there we have Player 1 and Player 2 Cloud, wearing different outfits, having slightly different swords, and being in slightly different poses. Let's move on next to Corrin, which I will definitely need 2 hands and to move forward a little to grab them. So here we have the 2 Corrins, one short-haired, one long-haired. I even want to say possibly male for this one, which I know will get me into lots of trouble. Now look at the backs as well, and move on to Bayonetta. With Bayonetta, we essentially have her style from Game 1 and Game 2 as her Player 1 and Player 2 figures. And with these, number 61 and 62, we have all of the Smash Bros. Amiibo finally released. Now with this, I will start in order with number 57, Cloud Player 1. Slice it open. I do like that Nintendo didn't change the packaging style with these ones as they did with some of the other Amiibo figures halfway through series. For example, the original Super Mario Bros line are large packaging like these ones, and then swap to the smaller packaging which they have broadened out. I also like that they haven't done the new red Nintendo as they have for the newer figures. I will show an example of what I mean towards the end of the video. Let's open this one up. Don't want all that. Pop this open. Bit of a tight fit. Put him down there. Close this back up. And that's not wanting to work. There we go. Okay, let's have a close-up look. Just a quick one though, because I'll do a more detailed one when I have the second player also out, so we can compare the two. So here we have Player 1, nice plain sword, and let's put him down now and unbox Player 2. So here we have number 58, Cloud Player 2, and let's slice it open. Good enough. This one really doesn't want to slice properly. At least it was nice and quick. I butchered that. And okay, let's pull it out. Let's just take it all out. Put that down for a second. And let's have a look at Player 2 Cloud. So here we have Player 2 Cloud with a more detailed sword. Nice cape. Some fine details. And now let's compare it to Player 1. So here we have Player 1 and Player 2. More definition of the muscles on Player 2. More detail on the sword as well. Focus. I do prefer the hair on Player 2 as well. So for me, Player 2 is the clear superior figure. There's the Smash Bros base. And now let's move on to Corrin. Number 52, Corrin Player 1. Slice this on open. It would be so much easier to do this with an extra arm or two. And apologies for the way I sound at the moment. I am currently losing my voice, which isn't good considering my job is talking all day. Okay, let's slice that open and pull her out, or him out. I do not assume genders. I just knocked over Cloud. Okay, drop that down there. I did notice already it feels quite hefty. Weighs more than the Cloud ones do, but definitely not the heaviest figure. So let's just right him back up. And here we have Corrin Player 1. Nice detail on the sword. And nice swooshing cape. Stand which is for the most part hidden, which is good. And some details on the back as well. And we'll come back to that once we open Corrin Player 2. So here we have Corrin Player 2. Let's slice it on open. You missed it, but I just did some fancy knife work. Opening this one slightly quicker than the others, which is good. And nope, doesn't want to come out. That works. They have put a twist tie on this one, just to be difficult. Let's see if I can successfully do that. Let's see if it'll work. There we go. Place that one down. And let's have a look at Player 2. So, once again, nicely done, and I believe Player 2 has more detail once again. But let's just compare the two. So, on the feet, definitely looks more detailed. The sword, a bit hard to tell due to the design. Suit, roughly the same. Cape, nice. Stand, not as bad on this one. And I keep moving that out of frame, so my apologies. So that is the two Corrins. Now let's move on to Bayonetta Player 1. So let's slice it open. As the video gets longer, my mistakes are growing. Okay. Pull it out. Plop it down. Packaging back. And a quick little look at the figure itself. Can see some stands to start with. These ones aren't very attractive, but are necessary considering she is standing off of the actual base. Some nice detail work on the guns and on the clothing. And let's place that down now and move to Player 2 Bayonetta. Let's see if I can slice this open successfully. Okay, slide her on out, press it down, put the packaging back, and get off. Look at that. Player 2 Bayonetta. Once again, some ugly stands, but necessary. Some good detail on the actual figure. And now let's compare Player 1 and Player 2. So I have to say that focus. My preference is on Player 1, if it ever chooses to actually focus. There we go. Nope, never mind. Come on, come on. Okay, let's try moving you down a little. Maybe it's because there's two that it's having trouble. There we go. So there we have the figures. I prefer player 1 for once. With the other two I've preferred player 2. They seem as detailed as one another. And that is the last of the Smash Bros Amiibo. Now, one last final thing to do, which I'm going to have to do in multiple trips, is to move them to their new home on my Amiibo wall. So let's start with Cloud. As I block all the lighting because the light is behind me. Player 1 and Player 2 Cloud. Player 1 and Player 2 Corrin. And Player 1 and Player 2 Bayonetta. And finally, I have all of the Super Smash Bros Amiibo on my Amiibo wall. Very happy to finally have that finished. And to go back to what I mentioned earlier, I'm glad that they chose to stick to the original design, not have the red Nintendo or the smaller sized box as they did with the Super Mario figures with the smaller box, and with the Zelda figures for the red Nintendo. So that concludes this video. Thank you very much for watching. Have you got any of the Super Smash Bros Amiibo? Are you still missing any? Let me know in the comments below. Check out my other unboxings. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.